Everybody, and welcome back to another great week of Crack Kills football. Let's take a look at the 5 things to watch for as we enter week 3 and the final week of the first round of rivalry games. Quick hit number 1, as the AB turns. At this time last week we were talking about Antonio Brown making his debut for all business. And Brown delivered, scoring a touchdown and hitting double digits. But just like that, AB is no longer a Patriot. And after a morning tweet storm that saw the receiver come unhinged in a meltdown, the touchdown last week for all business could be his last touchdown in the NFL and the Crack Kills League. Never say never, though, as stranger things have happened. But the bridges Antonio Brown has burned may lead back to the league, and they just might not be there when he wants to return. Quick hit number 2. Speaking of all business, they host the Cons, Phil's Fugitives, this week in a matchup of undefeated teams at Tebow Memorial Stadium. All business is coming off a high score of 131 points last week, while the Fugitives survived a 1-116-115 nail-biting win against the Kings. Both teams got decent showings on Thursday night. The Fugitives from Delaney Walker, the All Business squad from the Shark Attack, DJ Chark, and they'll both will lean on their receiving chorus today as we head into a huge matchup of undefeated teams. At least one team will be 3-0 coming out of this one. We'll see who it is. Quick hit number 3. Big spenders. As if the $50 dropped in week 1 wasn't enough. Future Cop dropped $45 on Chiefs backup wide receiver Demarcus Robinson this week. The Cops then picked up Whitney Merciless, their third linebacker, who is a backup today, putting them at just $3 left for the rest of the season. This is interesting when you consider the Cops have 4 positions on their roster with only 1 player, and we've yet to hit the bye week. You can do the math. It will be interesting to see what Future Cop does to avoid starting incomplete rosters for the remainder of the season when the bye weeks start next week. Quick hit number 4, title game rematch. The 2018 title game is recreated once again as Superfly TNT looks to make it to a 3-0 record versus King Quan, formerly known as the Fat Bottom Girlies. These squads squared off in the title game last year, with Superfly TNT coming out on top for their second straight title. Quan, on the other hand, is looking to bounce back from a low-scoring loss last week and bounce back from the loss of their signal caller, St. Drew Brees. The Flies, on the other hand, are leaning on their running backs, most notably Austin Eckler, who's had a great season through 2 weeks. This will be a knockdown drag-out for both teams, as one looks to go to 3-0, the other one looks to avoid 0-3. But if Quan can win, just a game will separate these two squads as we end rivalry games. Quick hit number 5. On the other hand, you've got 2 teams that are 0-3, with Tinfoil Kings and Shittown squaring off. Shittown has already jumped on the Mason Rudolph train and start him alongside Dangerous Wilson today. The Kings, on the other hand, lean on what could be the league's top tight end combo, Mark Andrews and Evan Engram. Andrews was a 50-50 shot to go today, but it has been confirmed that he will start and play for the Kings this week. The Tinfoil Kings repeated just 2 years ago before Superfly did the same. And an 0-3 start would be disastrous. It would be disastrous for both teams, but for one with such a history of the Kings, it's hard to know if they could bounce back from something like this. It will be one to watch today. Finally, the player to watch. It's the Dimebags' Alvin Kamara. Kamara was virtually shut down last week, and with the changing of the guard at quarterback, no one really knows exactly what he will bring to the table. Kamara could face tougher defenses with a lot more guys in the box, and it could be the receiving game that he has to pick up the most of his points. We'll see how the Bags play and how Kamara plays. Will he thrive or falter? Something to watch in today with the Bags take on no comment. That's it for Crack Kills Quick Hits for Week 3. Good luck to everybody this week, except the Dimebags.